Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the raid stream, week 6, day 6, quite fitting for the Ghulvania week. But anyways, we currently have a pet active, so before we get into things, let's go into that. Apparently servers aren't acting that well, servers are not responding, yet they are responding, but not sure what's up with that. Also, my intro might have been a bit weird because I just clicked the stream button and then it didn't actually turn on. It delayed for like 15 seconds, which is kind of strange. But anyways, we're here now. I need to go claim our pet. I think we have like 15 minutes left on it, so let's go do that first before it expires. It's one of the better pets as well. It's the magic bonus for Purple Day for Guild Wars, so we definitely want to get more copies of that. I heard some people mentioning too that once you get it to 2.75, it actually gives the +1, when it should, I believe, give it at 3 instead, but yeah, if it actually does give it a 2.75, I believe we're almost there to get the magic buff off this. So really good that we're getting more copies of it. I haven't upgraded at all yet, really, but we have enough pet food that pretty much once we get to that point, we'll obviously instantly be able to do so. Just need to actually get the number of copies on it specifically, and we'll be good to go. Okay, let's just throw some damage on him. We're not really doing any at the moment, so let's go take that out, get the Doom Skulls going, and that's match. Does it matter if you summon? We have all the skulls, and then I guess. Also, hello everyone. Hello Questor. Hello Captain. Hello Sandy. Hello Havoc. Hello D. Hello Danny. Hello Enic. Hello Draco. Hello Demon Angel. And hello Hyper. Welcome everyone. Hey, you love naps. Yeah, I just took a nap as well. Let's see. I normally do on Fridays and Saturdays. What do we need? Oh, we'll take that over. And Sundays I tend to sleep in. And then the rest is just normal sleep schedule for the most part for the rest of the week. Alright, we'll go and... what do we need? I guess we'll go on green there. Get the last little bit of our mana. Get the hit in there. And that's match. Don't even need to cast anything else. And down with Doomskull. And it was store turn as well. Right, how much time do we have left on these? Not like making the time, not like checking adds any time, but we have 15 minutes, that's plenty of time. It'll take us like 5 or 6, if that. Okay, drops, we don't have any, so we'll go and just, sure, we'll take some yellow, why not? See what else we might be able to take here. Try for the brown, didn't get it. Take that brown, oh, we could have red extra turn there, oh well. Take the blue, get apothecary on, not red would be good. Okay, we'll do it on red. Clear out the board. Actually, before we do, let's grab that. Double check if we have blue. No, we do not. Throw that. Yellow to blue. Still don't have yellow to blue, but we do have red skull. And that should be match. Cast it again. Do the final blow. Wait, is that aligned at all? Kind of. It's aligned enough that it'll kill it. I don't think that was actually initially an extra turn, but it was definitely enough damage, that's for sure. Hello, Steve. Welcome. A Snowy Owl Bloodhammer team you tried to give you last time is so fast you can finish pet rescue battles level 100 in 35 seconds. We did it that quick before too. We've done the whole entire thing in 5 minutes before and quicker. When we were timing it without even really trying to go as fast as possible, we did get a 450 with this exact team. And of course I could try the Captain Skullbeard team to make this quicker. I can also do the Bloodhammer version of this team to do it quicker as well. I just generally don't care for using those, even though they are technically slightly quicker. Because you waste a lot of time trying to cast Apothecary every single time that you need a caster. Whereas Captain Skullbeard's automatic, and sometimes even more beneficial. Actually, we'll go for Skull, why not? Take for Skull again. Oops, I didn't take it for an extra turn. I think it still killed him though. Or at least a slower turn, and there we go. Wait, can you actually use Snowy Owl on Doom Skulls? I never actually tried doing that. Isn't it only usable on colors? I know it's mainly just used for its mana accumulation, but can it actually hit Doom Skulls as well? I don't think I've ever bothered actually using it for that purpose. I have used it on a Doom Skull team before. I forget if I actually bothered hitting that though. From my last recall, it's not capable of doing that. It only hits the colors. There are some troops that do hit it though. I forget if Snowy Owl was one of them. Let's see. We'll go and I'm just gonna throw that, even though it's not a free turn. Oh, apparently it is because we cascaded it. Sweet. Move that, move that. Take the yellow down. We do have alignment there, so we'll go for it. And if we had another one, that'd be another alignment, but we don't. Let's clear out the board. So many Doom Skulls making their sounds. And then just hit it with that. There we go. Okay, I didn't think so. But yeah, it's just used for the mana generation, and it's 20% dodge. Yeah, you can get the infinite loop on Skull thingy. And just keep doing it between the two. Skull spammers. Let's see. Okay, we'll do that over. Take the blue over. Get the apothecary down. Do we even have apothecary? Yes, we do, but it's on red. Still worth it. Oh, wait. That's not aligned, is it? No, it is not. Oops. Almost just casted that. That would have been a fail. Go grab that. Take a nothing because we don't have it. Okay, let's clear the board again. This is where a Captain Skullbear would be very useful. Because it doesn't block as much mana from things as well when it does its cast. Okay, we're just going to throw something. So we'll do that. Get the other one on. And just throw that. I'm not even double checking for alignment at this point. I just kind of assume we're going to have it. And okay, now I should probably check because we don't have either. So we'll go and clear the board. And it should be good. Yeah, that's match. And down it goes. And even if he entangled first slot, that wouldn't have been too big a deal. And let's see what we get now. Okay, as far as our little pet thingy, we have... how many copies? Oh, only one. How many are we at? Go to troops, pets. We're currently at 2? That's 2 and 2. Which rarity, though? Epic rarity, I believe. Yeah. Oh, wow. We still need a lot more copies. We need like 9 more copies of this thing before we get it upgraded. And, yeah, there's quite a bit of ways to go, unfortunately. What's other things under purple? I forget if there is even anything that's useful. Oh, yeah, there's Irie and Eyelit. Currently, no extremely viable 3x, 4x Mystic or Fae team is used, though there are generally a lot of really decent Mystics and Fae. So there's potential that both of those are actually really good categories in the future. They just currently aren't. Also, I can't even be getting one more EXP. I would probably go upgrade that cat if I actually could. I should probably go upgrade all 3 of these, actually. This one doesn't actually gain any benefit when I do, but I think I might still do it. Just because we're going to have to in the long run anyways. How much purple food do we have? That would go down 60. We're going to go down another 20 very soon. And then whatever we need for the new pet that comes in, that might be purple related. And yeah, we don't really have that much spare pet food for purple. So I will hold off on that just in case we start getting any of them particularly leveled. And in case we don't get enough food when we do so. Not to mention Moon. Well, he's still a bit away, but he could get to Mythic anytime, and we'll need a lot of them for that. So that's probably what I'll be saving it for, kind of. I do eventually want to get these up, though. Main priority, I guess, is Lucky to 1 more level, and Mini Mushroom to max, because Islet and Fiery, however you say that, we probably won't be using anytime soon due to what the meta is, but they will be useful in the future. They're also somewhat useful in the early game due to the combinations you can build out of them, but I don't personally need them now. Anyways, also maybe on their week we'll go do it. Like if we have to use, like, let's say Fae in Invasions, we could go and then go upgrade the Fairy one. Anyways, that's completed, right? Double check, got over rewards, good. Now let's go head over to raids, which is the main thing of today. We already did dungeons earlier because someone wanted me to test something. We were using Doom Skulls against 100% reduction. It was pretty funny. But anyways, we are 1 away from getting this reward. It's a little bit bad that we're not even on Portal 10 right now. Apparently, we might not be reaching Portal 10 this week. That's going to be bad, but let's go at least get this reward then. We're still using the same as we've been all week. A lot of fun to use. Or not all week, but Wraith, Mang, Carmilla, Dark Priestess. Main thing I'm using for this is Wraith dies out, Mang one-shots everything, then Dark Priestess keeps helping him one-shot everything. And that is what we're mainly using for today. So, yep, that's the game plan. Let's go into it then. Kind of feel like switching up my mana slightly. I think it'll be fine, though. It's worked for us this long. Might as well keep it. Yeah, he was mentioning all pet battles, not PvP battle. Yeah, my average for all pet battles, I believe, is around 5 minutes, if I'm actually trying for it. Problem is when I'm doing commentary and other things over top. Makes it take longer. Yeah, as long as it's like 5 minutes-ish, somewhere's around there. I really don't think it matters how quick it is. Of course, having it slightly quicker is nice, but you don't do it often enough that it matters too much. It's basically like one PvP battle of savings. Well, we'll go and get our hit now. Now we let this thing die out. So that Doom Skull we let him have. Carmella we start getting full mana on. I need to do this in a way that doesn't give him a free turn, so we'll do that. Nice. That is not nice, though. I need him not to drain my last slot. Oh, wait, it has immune. Aha! High Ancestry. Okay, drain my last slot. Go. I forgot about that. It actually has immune. Well, we'll go move that. Ideally, we'll give him a skull. We did, but unfortunately, he just webbed the exact right thing. But there's a skull there, but still, he webbed the exact right thing. That puts us back a little bit. But now we can go do this, get the skulls we need. He's going to get one, obviously, but we can now go for our own. And I kind of want to leave all these skulls here just because... Oh, whoa. What are you doing over there, skull that's going to get hit? Yeah, we're about to get hit by a skull. Let's see, recoveries. What do we have? I guess we could try for double red. Go. That is double skull, not double red. Wrong coloration. Or wrong skull. Okay, we'll go do that. Take the browns. We get a skull from that, actually. I'll take this in a way that gives them the least amount of chance to get a skull. Before I do, though, let me move that. Got a problem. Any way I move this, he gets a skull. Oh, no. Yes. Any way I move this, he gets a skull. If I move this to the left, he gets skull. If I move this up, he gets skull. If I take it for the Doom Skull, he gets skull. There's no way of stopping him from getting a skull. So we have to kill Zugoff with just the other thing. There's no way we could barrier right now. There's also no way we could double skull. Oh, wait. There's one way that's safe. I forgot. We can take that down. And the only way that'd be risky is... Actually, all three of them are safe. Oh, okay. We'll do that then. Never mind. We can just do that. Sweet. Okay. And now I have to deal with Zugoff with half mana. We'll hit him with a Carmella. Mainly doing this to pass my turn in hopes that he'll give us something. We could also take this red right here, which actually isn't too dangerous. I was kind of hoping he'd do a dumber move for us. Wait, I could actually move red up and then just do it that way. It doesn't give him anything directly, right? It'll be skull over here, there, and there, which doesn't give him anything at all. So we'll do that. Oh, okay, never mind, that's fine. Oh, thank you for that. Okay, it's perfect then. We'll take the skull, baited him into a shuffle, and down he goes. Okay, now we just need to do that like 5 more times because we'll probably get one Valraven. Okay. Takes you about average of 45 minutes per pet. That's how long it takes me on my Let's Play account. But I can see that happening if you're doing it like very, very slowly just between stuff. It sometimes takes me in half an hour to do the pet when I'm doing it off stream. Not because it actually takes me a half an hour, but because I'm obviously doing other stuff while not streaming. Let's see. We'll go and... what else do we need? We need this to die out. That's what we need. So we'll go throw that on him. I need to deliberately give him a hit. So we'll do that. He hits. Need to give him another one. We'll take yellow so she gets the full mana. And now we just Dark Priestess that and should be good to go. Oh, double hit. That's not good. Oh, there's a skull remaining as well. That's also extremely not good. This is when the team backfires. Yep, okay, that's bad. Well, worst comes to worst now. I just have to go and keep hitting him a few times to try to get some damage. But that is pretty much match. I don't think we'll be able to recover from that. Not after we lose our main damage source that quickly. We got 1 kill. Well, 1.5. I guess we technically damaged the Zugoff some, but that doesn't really count. Well, actually it does, but... unless we can go and kill him all the way, which doesn't seem that likely at this point. We'll go and... I'm actually going to try getting Dark Priestess up. Because I need that to be able to keep herself alive. Because he's about to AoE, and that's going to be enough damage to kill it. But if I have barrier on it, it won't kill. So we'll go and get the poke there. We're still 2 hits away from actually being able to kill it, though, which we definitely want to try to get. I'll do this on this, just to get its barrier. Oh, I completely missed. But he didn't go for any of the skulls, though. Luckily, he doesn't also create skulls, but there's a problem. We are frozen now, and I can't just take that. So we'll go and take the blue into double skull. He'll skull us back, and that's basically going to be the end of the line. Okay, what can we do here that's fancy? I guess just take the skull. Because if I give him a single one, we die. Oh, we will survive its hit. We're also webbed right now, which is very annoying. So even if I get the mana, I might not even be able to get another hit on it. Hopefully that web goes away in a second. We'll go move all that down. Didn't get an extra turn or anything. At least we didn't give him a skull either. Okay, good. We're cleansed. So we could take this red into skull. Not really that worth it. We could take this yellow into red extra turn chance, which has a lot of potential, though also not really as worth it. We could take this red into a yellow and try for a yellow extra turn to almost every single place where a skull could fall. He gets his skull hit. If it falls there, he gets a hit. If it falls there, he gets a hit. If it falls there... Yes, literally, if a skull falls in any of these 4 locations, he gets a hit. At least if we take this yellow down, he only gets a hit if I don't get a skull there. And if he gets a skull there... Never mind, literally all of them. All 3 of them. I don't know which one's better. I guess technically this one. But then again, this one, it's impossible for him to get an extra turn at all. Whereas this one, if a red falls up there, we instantly lose to his extra turn. They both give us guaranteed full mana, though. Also, hello, Evelyn. Welcome. Also, there's another alternative, too. We can just take this yellow down. And the only way we lose is if a skull falls there or there. Which I believe is actually our safest bet, though it has the lowest chance of us automatically extra turning. And at this point, the automatic extra turn is about the only way we're really going to win. Though we don't have to win this. We just need to get another hit on him, so we at least do a decent amount of damage. So I don't know which way I want to play this, because both of them are, all 3 of them are ridiculously dangerous. This is technically the safest, but it gives us the least amount of benefit. And this one's actually probably the most dangerous, so it might be this one then, and try for the red extra turn. And then again, this is also more dangerous in that it could give him a red for everything. I don't know. Hard decisions. I think we are going to go for this one, though. Okay, that was a dud, but it didn't give him anything at least, so we'll take that skull. We'll go and throw a poke on the Zugoff. Oh, wait, I can't. There's another skull. Oh, there's 2 skulls. Never mind, we lost. Rip. Okay, we'll give him one more poke, which is the main thing I wanted. And there we go. Didn't kill him, but we brought him down to 10 HP. So we got almost all the damage in. Luckily, it wasn't a Valraven fight. Let's try this again. Okay, first slot, Valraven. That should be ridiculously easy to kill. With that being said, we're probably not going to be able to kill it. Also, what is with that attack value? 89 attack? Since when did he get such a high attack value? Which is, I don't mind. That's actually beneficial for us. Please take the skull. I'm baiting you into taking a skull. Go take it. Here, take that skull. There you go. Throw a manga at you. Now, let's go find you another skull for you to go take. Sure, we'll go take that one. Why not? There you go. Oh, never mind. Come on, drop things so you get yourself a skull. I could do this now. It might actually be worth doing it now. Because I'll make sure we retain our barrier. So he's obviously going to get a kill there, but we'll just go do that. Kill hit with the other skull. And now we get to keep our hero alive for longer and just do it that way. We'll want to get another Dark Priestess up, so we'll start working towards that. At this point, I should almost just go to green-purple and just keep spamming Dark Priestess. Though there's a limit to how many times we can cast it due to HP restrictions. There, we'll go for another kill here. I'm not going to bother with the skull thing. When we have a guaranteed skull, we should pretty much always go for it due to her high chance of missing. Even though it lowers our chance of extra turning. Ooh, okay, that's a little bad. We can still make this work, though. Because she does 3 times damage to the boss itself. And that is indeed the boss. So all we need now is a Carmella into his skull, and I believe that's enough damage. The skull part should be pretty easy. Getting the mana before he gets full mana will not be that easy, though. So we'll try for a purple. Didn't get it. We'll take the skull, and that's the skull I needed. Now I just... Oh, that's actually not enough damage. I need to skull him again. My ability will not be enough to kill it. So we'll go for that. Get that up. We just got our skull and full mana. And there we go. That's match. So we'll just do that, and down he goes. Nice shuffle there. And right on the 2 sigil fight. So the one we did need to win this time we actually got, unlike yesterday. Where we lost the one battle we actually needed to win, which was the Valraven, which is a huge fail. But luckily we got it that time. Even though we lost the previous battle. That's one of the other kind of nice things about Mank. You can just brute force it. You'll eventually get lucky enough that you will win with Mank. It's only a matter of how many attempts you put in. Of course you have limited attempts, but still. Regardless of the difficulty, you'll eventually win just with Mang damage. As long as your hero can survive at least 2 hits. Once you start getting hit in 1 shot, then yeah, it's pretty much over. And by one shot, I mean one of these three one-shotting it, not the Zugaf itself. The Zugaf itself will almost always be able to one-shot you. Okay, we're going to go and do this first. I don't want to mangy yet. So he goes for a skull. That's actually exactly what I need him to do, so that's perfect. I can go bait him into another skull right now if I take that yellow, which I want to do now, so we'll do that. And now we'll go for our skulls. You know what, maybe I should have done the skulls first. That might be one of my problems too, is I should have done it more like I did the previous battle, where we kill out the first slot by doing this ability. Luckily we extra turned there though. How did that not kill? Oh, agile. I was gonna say, wait, how did that not kill him? But he has 20% agile. Fail. Let's see. We'll try for skull here. Out of the 2 of the 3 locations, if it's a skull, we get a hit. Oh, come on! And we get the skull in the one location where it doesn't get a hit. Really? And again, we had the chances there, but didn't get either of them. I guess we try it again. We could resist 2 shots. This is pretty likely that it will not backfire. Good. Oh, good. We actually got 2 of them. And down it goes. But the luck finally came through in the little skulls. Though we did have a higher chance of hitting them than not hitting them. The first time around didn't work, but the second time it did. I'll go take the purples. Go and let him have that skull. It's perfectly fine. Get Mang ready. So he'll do his first poke. I'll take a little bit of manas. Any drops worth going for? Red to yellow isn't horrible. So grab that. That's full mana for that thing. I have a drain now too. I don't really need it. I have him death marked. Hopefully he'll die to that. I need to get this thing to 1 more mana, which is why we need +1 for it. Okay, I guess I'll waste my turn for a green right here. Maybe we'll give him a skull as well. He's frozen, so that actually came in handy. What's your ability? Oh, he'll actually kill it out with his ability. That's actually perfect. So I don't even need to wait for another skull. I just throw this on him and then start plowing down the team. So he'll do that. And please don't miss. Come on, extra turn. Nice, extra turn. Wait, that didn't kill him? How high is armored right now? 25% reduction actually kept him alive. There's a way that we can make sure we don't get hit with a skull, which is by taking this to the left. We also extra turn it, so never mind. Let's go for that. Oh, wait, never mind. It doesn't extra turn because both of them move down simultaneously. Whoops. Okay, well, still, we make sure he doesn't get one. And we double skull off the top. Very nice. Or, well, 1 skull on the board, then 1 skull off the top. And, yeah, we'll just take that purple. I guess we'll take it off. No, actually, we won't take it off for red because that gives more chances that could backfire. So since we just need that mana, I don't really need the red. We'll just take the purple manually and take the green manually, then throw that down, and that should be match. And just in case things go south, let's throw it on Carmelo. Okay, good thing we did, because we actually missed, but then we could just do that. We already had barrier on him, and barrier doesn't stack, so no point in putting another one. And there we go. Hopefully we'll get a Valraven here. Yeah, we got a Valraven. Okay. So what do we do here? We need to go and... I guess... First things first. Take that. Throw a red to brown to green, and go from there. So we'll do that. Get all those down. Throw down the other hit. And progress from there. I guess we could take a yellow to maybe skulls or something. So we'll go through that all the way on last slot. And I guess we'll take purple to green. Start getting that ability up. He gets a skull. That's perfectly fine. We'll move that over. Drain anything if it's applicable. I kind of want to drain his first slot, but if we're just going to kill it with skulls, then we might as well just kill it with skulls. So we'll go to that. Unfortunately, we extra turned that. And yes, it is unfortunately, because this is an instance where I don't want that to happen. So much so, I'm actually going to deliberately let him have that skull. So we'll go and get this ability back up. Oh, I should have just taken the green! No, we're 1 mana short. Well, it has Ancestry on it, so if it tries draining it, that doesn't matter. Actually, if it webs it, that'd be very useful. Oh, it went for the skull. That just got rid of our barrier. I'm going to have to hit it again. Do we take the guarantee skull, though? Yes or no? I believe we do, so we'll take that over. Let's give him some purple, that's fine. It's not really going into anything too consequential. So we'll throw this down. Hopefully it hits. Good, we did get our hit. He'll hit us back once. Ooh, 4 HP and we're poisoned. Well, let's go try getting this back up. Before we do, let's go move that. Oh, free skull hit. Or not free, but we'll take that. He does have armored, so he does live. An awkward moment when Mang is actually going to be useful. We'll go use that, get him out, and then hopefully get a skull hit before we die to poison, which should be manageable. I can't even remember the last time we actually got a Mang kill. Also, by the way, I switched to Titan Hero class, which is giving us 5 additional damage. If I was still using Archer, we actually wouldn't have had a high enough magic to kill it. So that's actually really funny that I switched Hero class. Because if I didn't, we actually would have been dead right now in our Hero. So that works out perfectly. I switched it because we didn't really need Archer much this week. Also, because I need wins on the current class I'm using. Ooh, okay. Gotta be careful. We actually still could lose this. Let's see. We'll take the purple. Throw this onto Carmela. Carmela can 2-skull it. I'm not going to take her mana yet, because skulls at this point might be better. Skull, yes. We'll go for that. One more hit will do it. That's not what I meant by one more hit will do it. Okay, that's actually a big problem, because he's about to get full mana, and I have no way to quick kill it. So our only way to win is to get full mana again somehow, and then skull spam it like crazy somehow. And neither of those are likely to happen, and I believe he just won. There's no real extra turn chance anywheres. I could take this yellow into triple red, and that's about it. Or I can move this brown into triple yellow, stuff like that. But, yeah, and then triple blue over here. But none of these are really that realistic. There's no way I can get full mana right now. And it does look like the end of the line. Maybe we could try a double green here, and that's still a chance at least. Oh, come on! We got double green, but it didn't go exactly where I needed it. Okay, that's match. We're dead. Even if I bait him into a skull, that skull's enough to kill us. If he does his ability, that's enough to kill us. I'd have to extra turn right now into full mana. And even then, that might not be a guarantee win. And we don't get it, obviously. And there we go. Oh, that was for Valraven, too. Nope. Denied. Rip. Oh, and it was right before we had enough points to get the other orb. Fail. Also, we're really low on these. Is like no one in my guild doing them this week? We're somehow second place. With how badly we did this week. Why is no one in my guild playing? Let's see. Yeah, we're really low down. We might not be getting the last orb again. Anyways, let's go and... that's pretty much everything. We did dungeons, we did our pet, we did our... let me go restart real quick in case there's another pet sitting there. I don't think there is, but... just in case the notification thing doesn't want to work. Dragon class is 40% score reduction. Yes, it does. The only problem is it doesn't start with half mana. That class would start becoming really good if they ever add a hero or a troop that has 50% all dragon starting mana. Also, that troop in general would be insanely overpowered if they did. It'd be as strong as the Divine Ishbala, pretty much, regardless of what its other effects or coloration is. It'd basically be as strong as a Divine Ishbala, probably even stronger, depending on what it specifically does. But then again, probably nothing will ever be stronger than Divine Ishbala. It even has cleanse and everything. But it would be pretty far up there. But currently one doesn't exist. But yeah, that's why we're normally using Archer, Titan, and sometimes Mech and stuff like that. It's because they all have 50% mana start. And more often than not, particularly in Raids and Invasion, it's better to have that half mana start than other traits. Particularly in Invasion, because you can't actually instant kill. So you can't use Archer or Assassin or anything. Well, particularly Archer, because it has 50% start plus instant kills. But you can't utilize that in Invasions, because they all have immune to the instant kill. Yeah, we're using the Giant Hero class for the half mana start mainly. One other thing that's decent about the Giant Hero class is there's a lot of giants within various kingdoms, particularly the 6 trolls that exist. Well, technically 7 these days if you count the ice troll thingy. But 6 main trolls within the game, and all of those have the chance of doubling a specific color. And you can utilize that with the Titan Hero class pretty nicely. It's most commonly used with Forest Troll, but it can be used with any of them as well. Anyways, where am I clicking? Let's go back to PvP and just mess around with that, I guess, for most rest of the time. If you guys have anything you want me to go over, or any questions or anything, let me know. We'll make sure to do so. Yeah, we'll get a Mercy down. And hopefully someone in my guild will get those last little bit of points so we can go get those 2 orbs and see what we get from them. He's gonna Corvash. Not much I can do about that. He might actually infinitely Corvash. Oh, by the way, we did die to Corvash earlier when using this team. We fell so far behind on mana that we couldn't get back up. It was pretty funny. Let's see. Take the yellow. Take the last little bit of mana, go from there. We'll take the purple, full mana, Infernus. Not even gonna bother with Skull. But you probably should have though. But luckily we'll have another Infernus before he gets a hit on. Throw it down again right before he Corvashes. It does do enough damage, and we actually turn into the win. But yeah, heroes are getting a lot more traits starting next patch. With all the perks and everything that they're going to be getting. It's going to be really interesting. Hopefully we'll be able to show it sometime next week. I will be asking Salty about it. And if she says yes, I'll be able to do it. Though if she doesn't, then unfortunately I will not be But the second she gives the okay, we're going to be streaming probably several hours of the next version. Okay, we'll go and get that down. Take the blue down, throw a skull poke. And there we go. You have a question. What's the best counter against the Infernus, Ubistet, Divine, Ishbala PvP team? You don't have Infernus, and it seems those are all you see. Yeah, they are pretty popular right now, and there really isn't much of a counter because it just does everything. Easiest counter, I would say, is something that can deny out all yellows properly and quickly. Would be your best bet. So anything you have laying around capable of doing that would probably be one of your better options to use. But yeah, that's one of the only real main things that you could do against it. That and Skull Spam's pretty decent against it. This team has absolutely no resistance at all to Skulls. So if you can Skull Spam it before it gets started, like before it lands a Mercy or something, you can win that way. So using Doom Skulls or just general Skull Spam with like maybe Divine Ishbala plus Guardian or just anything that does Skulls could end up working pretty decently against it. Because there's not a single piece of reduction. This has no reduction, no reduction, no reduction, and also no reduction. So your Skulls are going to do full damage to everything with no chance of doing anything less. And down it goes. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that converts yellow to Skulls, if I'm not mistaken. That would actually probably be one of the hardest counters to this team, if they ever made a double converter with one of those converts being yellow to Skull. Actually, you know what? I believe there is one thing that doesn't. Doesn't Mistake Priestess, or however you spell that? I believe she got buffed to have a 100% chance to do that now if there's a Death Mark in play. I don't know if that's really viable enough to use against it. Let me just type in Priestess, because this isn't working. Let's see. Transform all green gems to purple. If an ally or enemy has Death Mark, also transform all yellows to Skulls. So if there's any Death Mark in the entire battle, it will go and convert the yellows to Skulls. And that might be one of the better counters to it. The only problem is this troop in general isn't really that worth using. Plus you have to go use a Death Mark on your team on something. You need to have it down before you even cast her ability. But if I'm not mistaken, she is unique in that she is the only... well, for one, she's the lowest mana cost double convert in the game, though her second convert is conditional. But if I'm not mistaken, she's the only troop in the entire game that converts yellow to Skull. It's surprising that she's not more viable, but it's mainly because of how clunky her ability is. If they just made her a standard, like, 18 mana cost troop or something like that, like the other ones are 16, and got rid of this condition, it would be so much better. But it's not. But if I'm not mistaken, she's the only thing that can specifically convert yellows into the thing. Of course, you can use Keeper Souls and stuff like that, too. But, yeah, it's generally pretty nice against it. Crimson Bat first slot? Yes, Crimson Bat first slot into Skull Spam is perfectly fine with it. Crimson Bat does 4 times damage to Divines. 2 times because of its missing HP, and another 2 times because of the Divine. So it ends up doing a lot of damage with that. Yeah, I actually forgot about that. But that would be one of the hardest counters. Using some kind of Skull Spam team with Crimson Bat first slot. It pretty much one-shots everything, or two-shots everything, and then you get the Skull Spam on top of it. Well, we need full mana to him. Before we do, let's just go for the double kill, though. See what that gets. We'll get those 2 down. Get the last little bit of red. Throw it in Furnace. Go from there. See if we have Mercy. Might still throw it even if we don't. Sure, we'll go move it right there. Sure, we'll go for Mercy again. Get that converted. Throw in Furnace. Go from there. He'll just move all that over. Throw it down. And do we go for Mercy? Yeah, I guess we'll go for it. Go for that. Get a little bit of yellow. Take another yellow. Hit the Infernus down. And there we go. Okay, so for Revenge, hopefully it gives us a lot of gold. Well, regardless, we already know how much gold it's basically giving. Basically double of whatever we get at the end. 50% mana start for all daemons. They probably will. I assume every single thing in the game will eventually have 50% mana start. Though at the moment, the most overpowered things will be whatever they initially give them to. Because I think we only have about 6 currently in the game. Let's see. Beast, Divine, Giant, Mechs, And what else currently has half mana start on everything? Dwarves. And I believe those are the only 5, if I'm not mistaken. So those 5. There might be another one that I missed there, but there's like 5 or 6 of them. And there's like 20-something typings. So they've only done not even 25% yet of every single possible combination for 50% mana start. Okay, I don't think that's enough damage yet, so I'm just going to throw a skull. I believe that has moved it into range. Let's hope so. I'm throwing it down now. There we go. And, oh, he ruined my alignment. I was just about to kill him off that little thing of the top, but he ruined it for us. We'll throw Infernus at him. And this is for a revenge battle, too. Don't you dare get the win. Oh, whoops! I just did the wrong ability. Luckily, I had alignment. I'm definitely meant to throw Infernus there. Fail. And we get, like, looks like we get about 7.5k gold. Very nice. Because it's about double that much. Yeah, we're almost at 10k rating. Though 10k rating is like 45th place, or 45,000, yeah. 46,000, actually. How much is the leaderboard? We'd have to play about 3 times as much by the time it hits Sunday. So about 3 times as much we played so far we'd have to do in order to make the top 100 of the leaderboard. Which I probably won't be doing. Definitely won't be doing. Definitely not all in one day. Anyways, let's go back to the thing. Another Divine team. Oh yeah, Wild Folk also has 50% off of King Salinas. That was the 6th one I was forgetting. But yeah, those 6 are the only 50%. And almost half of them are on hero classes too. Well, 2 of them are. 2 of the 6. 1/3. I guess it's not half, is it? Close enough. We'll go move that. Throw an Infernus down. They really do need to add more hero classes, though. They did say they would eventually in the past, so I don't know if they're still going to be doing that. Though, given that they're buffing heroes, they may consider it. Adding heroes more often. I believe they said that once once the new hero class system comes into the game, they're not only going to be adding new hero class things, where you'll be able to go and power level them whenever there is a new hero class that comes out, but you'll also be able to go and... Hey, he's trolling with a pet gnome. But you're also going to be able to go and... they're basically going to be adding hero classes more often, and they're going to do this until every single hero class is added to the game. Not sure if that's still in their plans, but to my understanding, they are still intending on doing that. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, because you guys know that there's like barely any hero classes out there. I think there's like 11, 12. There's about 1/3 of the kingdoms have hero classes, approximately. We have 33 kingdoms currently. Very soon 34. Right? Yeah, we have 33, soon 34. Yet there's only, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 out of 33, soon 34, so a little bit under 50%. But yeah, there's still over half the kingdoms that don't have a hero class yet, which could lead to a lot of different variety and things to use once we actually do have a hero class for everything. They also still have the icons in the game for every single perk thingy. Though then again, they are changing off all the icons, so that might actually not be that relevant. But they always have had the intention on adding one for every single kingdom. They just never got around to it. But now that they're finally doing this update, I believe they are going to slowly start rolling them out over time. Kind of like how new mythics come into the game. Or not new mythics, but basically how like new kingdoms come into the game. Like maybe like every 2 months or so, they'll probably add a new hero class. Hopefully they're actually going to be doing that. Yeah, I believe this was the patch they were waiting on before they actually started doing it, because now they'll have a way to actually integrate it into the game, because they could do it via the new event, and have a way to power level it through the new system, and they probably wanted to balance out that new system before they added this. And now that it's going to be implemented next patch, they should start doing it. Yeah, we'll go through this down, get our double kill. Then again, I hate when it does that, like the double kill right in the middle when they're so low. It keeps happening when Infernus hits in the middle. But it makes it so it does such a bad amount of damage. It keeps hitting the like weakest ones, and we might as well just throw in another Infernus and then cast them, because it kind of just wastes a bunch of time. Oh, okay. Well, it's another Divine. Do I even need to guess what it is? If I just say Divine before I even see what it's in the thumbnail, we'll probably guess correctly almost every single time. Alright, we'll go take the yellow. Throw down the Infernus. Get the full mana. Do we have the kill? I believe the answer to that is no. Problem is, what is our alternative? So I'll go for the kill. We'll get the double kill in the middle. Though that time it actually was useful to get the double kill in the middle, because his 2 biggest damage sources were there. That time I don't mind doing that. Okay, Mercy. I don't have you currently. We could take a red to skull or something, which I believe we are going to do. Well, I didn't get the skull, but at least we got skull distract. Mercy, I don't need. We'll just let him kill us out with the skull. He doesn't even go for it. He's like, here's your chance to win. Doesn't even get it. Okay, we'll go take a purple. It's kind of funny, though. Okay, now he finally goes for it, but just because he had it for extra turns, so obviously he was going to go and do it regardless. I need a brown if we can here. We don't use that color anymore. I guess we'll take a yellow if we could actually fit it in. Don't think we can get it, though. Let's go grab all that. Free turn off the top. There's the brown we needed. And that's match, because it'll automatically tap it and then take it away the barrier and get the kill. Do I play any game other than Gems of War? I play old school RuneScape some. And other than that, not really too many at the moment. I might be getting back into Darkest Dungeon. If I'm not mistaken, in a week or two, it's actually getting a pretty major update, or expansion. I still haven't played the most recent expansion, but might start getting into it and play both of them simultaneously. The most recent expansion on top of the older expansion. The Crimson Court was the previous one, and I forget exactly what the new one's going to be. But, yeah, if that actually is something that's coming around, I'll probably be heading back to that soon. I've still been meaning to go back to Stardew Valley. And other than that, not too many others. I've been meaning to get back into a MOBA as well, a multiplayer online battle arena of some sorts. I just haven't really figured out which one I specifically want to get back into. Also, I tend to waste a lot of time with those, which is another reason why I haven't been getting back into them. Because they are really addicting. Also, do I have any moderators here, or do I have to do that myself? Also, Demon or Angel, do you want to go and... Actually, that's probably a bad idea. Never mind. Oh, no. Do you want to go and moderate my chat? You're normally here a lot. As well as anyone who's here a lot that wants to do that. Let me know. But I don't think we actually have any moderators here at the moment. Let me go... where's remove? Remove. There we go. Okay. We'll go through and furnace down. Haven't seen any of those spam bots for a while now. Maybe they took a vacation. Bots need vacations too. Okay, we'll go and get a double kill here. Go for that. Get the Infernus down. See if we can get a Mercy or something. Doesn't look like it. Can you do Herd in first slot? Yeah, you can get away with Herd slot. Herd slot. Herd slots. That's yes, you can get away with Herd Master in first slot. That's a great way of saying herd slot. I mean, first, that's a good way of saying herdmaster in first slot. Herd slot. But yes, you can use herdmaster in first slot. It's actually really, really good. You normally only use that earlier on in the game if you don't have Ragnagord or something like that. Or then again, you can actually use it with Ragnagord if you really wanted to. They are a double explosion that doesn't have any mana conflict with each other. But he's generally pretty decent, particularly earlier on in the game, because he has cleanse. And you can cleanse your entire team while getting mana for everything. As long as they don't have a strong yellow counter, you're fine. Yeah, you can replace that with Herdmaster if you really want to. You use a lot less color, but... Oh, Herald of Chaos. My bad. Thought you said Herdmaster. Or Herd. I definitely read that wrong. No. Herald of Chaos generally isn't worth using unless you're, like, extremely early in the game. Wait. Oops. Wrong one. But yeah, Herald of Chaos, the biggest issue with Herald of Chaos is, it just doesn't do enough for the fact that it normally loses its turn. It doesn't gain enough value off its ability. Earlier on in the game, it's fine because the boost ratio is so good that it's decent enough to use. But other than when you're first starting out, I wouldn't really bother with it. Okay, we'll go and take a yellow. And if you are first starting out, you generally use it with a Valkyrie and one other pick-off troop. You need the Valkyrie so you get more blues on the board so you can keep boost ratioing. You can do that with anything that creates blue, though Valkyrie into some kind of other blue troop that does a decent amount of damage tends to work best. And you can get Hero to Chaos for free from Darkstone as well, which you generally do automatically because you need it for Soulforge. That's what ends up unlocking Soulforge. I never thought about that. Maybe I should go do an early game team on Hero to Chaos teams. I don't think I've gone over him in a while. I don't know how good he actually is in early game these days. I know he's good enough to actually use, though I don't know exactly how good that is. But Yeah, I should go probably do that eventually. Because that kingdom you basically have to do to have Soulforge. It's one of the first kingdoms you should do other than Broken Spire, of course. You don't unlock it till level 30, but it's still a really good idea to go do it as soon as possible. Optimally, you'd basically just go and complete out Broken Spire, spend the rest of your time in Arena, then go complete out Blighted Lands and then Drifting Sands and go do it that way. And basically just rush it down immediately. Okay, we'll go for double kill here. I've actually been thinking about doing that as well. Doing like a 1 hour a day series for a new account. Maybe just like create a new account, play it every single day for 1 hour for 3 months. Or maybe like 2 hours for 2 months or something. Probably 1 hour for 3 months. And just see what we result in. And just kind of go through what you should be doing like every single day as you're like progressing when you first start out. Because I've done it before, but I've never done it as an actual like stream like series where we just go on it every single day. It wouldn't replace what we normally do, but we'd basically go on it 1 hour every single day at some point and just progress for 1 hour of time and then do that every single time and to see how far we actually get and kind of go through it and everything. The only problem with that is I don't think enough people would actually watch it. If I did it as like a little video series, it might actually get more views that way, just so people would actually see it. Because if I do it as a stream, some people might not want to see it after the fact. I don't know. We'll see exactly, but it always seems like a nice, fun concept to go and do. It seems like it would be pretty helpful. Though just doing a quick video series on like, hey, this is what you need to do when you first start out. Like one video concisely going over in like 15 minutes would probably be better. Because if I go do the whole series, people will lose interest eventually. Well, we'll go and take the yellow there. Throw in Furnace down. Get a nice little poke. He's probably going to get Skady summoned. Not much I can do about that. Unless we can kill it down right now. Do we have alignment? I don't believe we do. Or at least not enough alignment. I'm still going for it though. Nope, it's not enough. It's going to get Skady summoned unless it goes for Skull. Okay, good. It did go for Skull. Perfect. And then it goes off of that. Whoa, what do we have here? We have a choice of a instant win or an instant win. I guess we'll take the higher instant win. We can have an instant win worth 1,400 gold, or we can have an instant win for 900 gold and half the amount of PvP points and one less trophy and one less glory. So I think the choice is obvious. We'll take that one. Hello, Osman. Welcome. Or Osin, welcome. Okay, what do we take here? We'll go move that. See if we can get a Mercy there. It doesn't look like it. Move that over. Still doesn't have much. Sure, we'll get a Mercy down. Get that to full. Throw in Furnace. Go from there. Take the red over. Let him just have the Skull. Can we get double kill there? I don't think we can. We'll throw in Furnace first. And then we double kill whatever lives. Never mind, we still have our turn. Oh, that didn't hit exactly what I wanted it to. Luckily that did. And now all we have to do is cast this. And he casted the weaker one, so we can kill it now, and then it goes. The green, yellow, brown mythic is Famine. He's generally considered one of the better mythics in the game, probably top 5. He's currently the best mana drainer in the game as far as overall mana drain. He also has really high single target damage. Yeah, he's a pretty decent troop. He's not as good as he used to be, but he's still pretty high up there as far as usefulness. At one point, he was probably considered the absolute best mythic in the game, though he's a little bit lower these days, but still very useful. He's more so a defend troop than an invasion troop, though. You can use him when invading, but normally you don't really need it. Actually, one thing that's particularly good for if you are using it from an invading perspective is it's really good against teams that start with half mana. Because if you rush before they get up, you'll be able to go and drain all that mana away for a really high amount of damage. It's also particularly good against explosions, because explosion teams with high mana pools tend to have, well, a lot of mana. And it just hits very high on them. And they tend to consistently get their mana back. Also, I think I just lost the skull spam fail. An awkward moment when this thing dies to its one few counters, which is, of course, skull spam. And, of course, itself. It's also countered very heavily by itself. Okay, can we win this? I think we can. Please tell me we have a lineman. We actually do. You've got to be kidding me, that comeback. We'll go take a skull dead. See, I told you its weakest counter is skull spam. First he does it, then we do it back to him, and then just instantly win off it. There we go. That's funny. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, Demon Angel will make you a moderator. Don't abuse your moderator powers or we'll instantly demoderate you. But you're a moderator now. Just don't abuse the power. Because we actually don't have any moderators here at the moment. I should probably go through all my old moderators and start purging some of them, because barely any of them, or I shouldn't say barely any of them, but there are several of them that are moderators that like aren't even here anymore, normally. It's because they either move on to other games or other stuff. Oh, I'll go move that. Go take, what do we even need at this point? We'll go take some reds. See what else we have for follow-up. Doesn't look like much. Let's go for an Infernus there. Hello, Volgan. Welcome. See what we can get here. Go for the hit of some kind. Yeah, we'll go for double kill. Go for that. Oh, he's gonna get a summon though. No. Okay, at least he gives us our mana, so that's fine actually. Go grab that. Grab all that again. Grab it for a third time. Throw it into Skull Spam. Throw it into Infernus. And actually, you know what? Let's go for a double kill. I think we hit first two. I hope it does, because he's gonna have a 100% chance to revive. And there we go. Wait, what? Hold up. Why didn't he summon? Oh, he doesn't have his trait. Oh, he doesn't have his trait. I was wondering why that didn't summon, even though we didn't kill him. We killed him with the instant kill after the fact. But he didn't summon because he doesn't have the trait. Really? He's did another one. And he just got a kill off of split damage. Wow, okay. That's not good. We could actually lose them. He just has another summon already. We might legitimately lose off his infinite summon. Which I haven't seen in ages. There we go. And down it goes. And that time it would have killed even if he did have the revive, because it wasn't enough damage. I believe it was. Actually, it might not have been. But oh well. Anyways. That's over. Yeah, there is a put user in timeout button. I believe it mutes them for 5 minutes or something. Don't use it unless you need to. Let's see. Actually, we have the insta-kill immediately. Let's see what we get from the gnome. We've gotten about 4 or 5 gnomes today, which is a decent amount, I guess, but all of them have been pretty bad. The other day we got it pretty lucky. We're getting quite a few gems here and there, but today's loot from gnomes have been pretty underwhelming. Let's see what we get from this guy. 100, yep, there goes 100 souls. To continue with underwhelmingness, we get 100 souls. But if anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. Is the team I'm using right now the best team to use overall? Yes, this is one of the best teams to use overall. There's technically several of them. We generally go over in the best teams of version videos. We'll have the next one out probably either next week or the following week. I'm not sure exactly when I'll be doing it, but it'll obviously before the next version. But we probably will be doing it soon, because the current meta isn't really going to shift from now until the end of this patch, most likely. So I'll need to double check to see what's coming in the next 2 weeks or so. And if nothing too consequential is coming in, then I'll probably just do the video soonish, maybe in the next week or so. But yeah, we'll be covering it soon. And this is one of them, yes. 4 times Divine with Ubistet. Or 3 times Divine with Ubistet, both are pretty high up there. We'll go take that. Also, double Ubistet's pretty high too, except I don't have it, unfortunately, so I can't show that. And then it goes. I might actually craft him when he becomes craftable. Actually, I might do the best teams video the week that he becomes craftable. Because, I think half the teams actually use Ubistet. Or maybe not half. At least 1 or 2 of them will, though. I don't want to overuse him. But this would definitely be one of the teams shown, that's for sure. Okay. And probably the specific other weapon version of this team, too. Actually, I might just show that instead of even using this one. Even though I tend to prefer using this one. The other one shows more content that came in. And even though that other new weapon didn't specifically come in during this version, what did come in was the buff to that weapon. Also, I never really did go over too much on what got buffed to this version. I went over it during the stream, but I don't think I ever did a video on it, mainly because most of them are pretty irrelevant. The only two particularly relevant ones was King Mikhail is not useless now, and, oh, well, it technically wasn't useless either, but slightly less useless now. And, they also buffed Best Knight Priestess, but it's still so weak that it's not really that relevant. They also made several other changes, but also most of those were so irrelevant that it doesn't really matter. We'll go for the double kill there. He'll die out of the firebomb, and there we go. New player here, Kraken as first legendary. That is very good. Yes, you should fully trait that thing and fully level that thing immediately. That is one of the better legends out there. It's really good that you have that too. It's a Devour option. Devour is insanely good, particularly early on in the game, because you will often be, since you're a newer player, you'll often be up against enemies that have higher stats than you. And the mechanic of Devour, when it triggers, and Kraken has a 35% chance that it'll trigger, but whenever you trigger Devour, you steal all the stats from the enemy except for magic. So whatever attack, HP, and armor they have, you steal, and it goes to your Kraken. So it makes it a lot easier to be able to take out troops that have higher stats than you by simply stealing their stats for yourself. Yeah, that's actually a really good pickup. Best thing to use with it, if you have it laying around, would either be Spirit Dancer or Giant Spider to feed it mana. Both of which would feed it directly, and the blue from Kraken would feed it back. Also, if you have both of them, it's also really nice to run the combination of Spirit Dancer plus Giant Spider combo to go and feed it mana. Though either or is also fine if you don't have both. And yeah, basically just spam Kraken. You can win literally just off of spam Kraken that early in the game. Well, actually, at any point in the game, you technically could. Especially once you get it fully traded. Also, why on earth do we have someone this low? We have a level 54 with 2,300 team score. I think we can one-shot him with an Infernus. We can. If the Infernus hits correctly, we can one-shot him with Infernus. Oh, we almost one-turned him. I gotta go waste my turn. Look at him. He survived for an entire turn. There we go. And one-shot Infernus. I don't think I've ever seen that. Mainly because I've very rarely had a battle that weak. They need to fix their matchmaking. Anyways, that's that. Let's go back to normal battles. By normal battles, I mean 4 times Elspeth, apparently. Wish they would just use Firebomb. Is it kind of like what Firebomb is, except not exactly Firebomb? Firebomb is a lot easier. It's still obviously equally as weak, though. Well, not equally as weak, but similarly as weak. And she gained so much gold, they have so much greedy. Wow, he actually just got War. He actually just got full mana War. What's happening? What even just happened? Okay, we'll go do that. Keeps creating blue instead of yellow. He used War on something that wouldn't get a kill, yet he had a kill available. Good job, AI. We'll throw Infernus down. That'd be sad if he actually kills us off of War. That shouldn't happen, but is technically possible. Is he really living with 1 HP right now? I'm just gonna let a turn go by. The chance that he dies off of Burn is ridiculously high. And there it goes. So we'll go for the double kill there. Probably should have waited another turn and just went for the double-double. And that'll be it. We'll throw the Infernus, and that'll be match. Oh, you have the green slime. Oh, okay. You can build it around green slime then. In that case, your team would probably be something along the lines of... I'm trying to think of cheap options. So you don't have green... Do you not have Giant Spider, Green Seer, or Spirit Dancer, I assume? If you have any of those 3, those would be good. But a nice, pretty cheap alternative would be using Dryad for it. It uses blue. You can kind of loop it. Not as good, but it still kind of works. So we could go with that. I don't know. Do we still use green slime with that if we are going to do that? Actually, we might as well just go the Goblin Shaman route then. So we'll basically do this. Throw Goblin Shaman behind it. Where is it? Because this is low rarity stuff. I believe Goblin Shaman is rare. Where is it? Goblin Shaman, where are you? There. So Dryad, Goblin Shaman, Kraken. Put the Kraken in front of it. And then we just need a good red. I guess technically your hero class, because you probably don't have too many options right now. So we could just go use your hero class using a red weapon. What's a really good low-tier red weapon that isn't Crude Club? Let's see. I don't believe there is any. That'd be worth using. So I think we'll just go with Crude Club. It's just going to be a little bit clunky because I don't think we can give it a +1 with the rest of this team. Yeah, I don't think you have any other weapons, so I think we just go with Crude Club then. So this will probably be your team then. And just go with something along the lines of this. Actually, we could just use that in last slide. Depends how you want to go do it. But for this, we'll go need a... there's a couple different +1s we can give. The things we need +1 on is Goblin Shaman, Dryad and Crude Club with our hero. You'd probably be using Warlord class if you have it, since that's the easiest one to obtain. It's right from the First Kingdom. You can also get a +1 green off of that, but that's definitely not required. I guess since we are going to be needing Dryad a lot, we could technically just go all in on Dryad. But I think we'll just go with a red-blue or a red-green would be our two best bets. So, which one of those is obtained easier? Well, they're both about the same. You just have to unlock the kingdom. So, I guess we'll go with red-blue then. Where's red-blue? It's the Mista Scales, wherever it is. There we go. But yeah, you'd pretty much just go with that. Your hero using Crude Club, using Warlord hero class, Dryad, which you'll spam for shield and HP and heals to keep your team alive. Barrier in general is insanely good early on in the game because it protects against a whole instance of damage. Kraken is your main damage source and will be doing basically all of your damage, and other than Crude Club, some. And Goblin Shaman will be here to partially heal, though that's not the main thing he's here for. He's mainly here to create a automatic green, which will allow you to actually turn a bit better, as well as synergize with your Dryad. Yeah, that's pretty much would be your team then. And the whole goal is just to keep spamming Kraken until you win. You can move Kraken up a bit as well, though the only problem with doing a team like this, generally you want to use your damage source behind your mana generators for the most part, just because you, if you lose your Kraken, like let's say right here, or if you use it in the first slot or something, but if you use it here and they just start skull spamming you, you're going to be stuck with a Dryad Goblin Shaman, which will do absolutely nothing, and it's just not going to be able to do much at all. It'll be very clunky and weak. But yeah, something along this lines would work decently for early on in the game, and it's all components you should have. Ideally, you would want to go eventually into something like a green slime into a spirit dancer or some other similar combo where you're running a green loop into a purple loop to get Kraken to infinite mana. But for now, that would pretty much do the job. Can Ragnagord help? Ragnagord's only worth it if you have it fully traded. Ragnagord that isn't fully traded is not really worth using. Even from an early game perspective, I wouldn't really bother with Ragnagord if it's not fully traded. Or sorry, not fully traded, but you need the first two traits on him. You need him up to his fast trait. Him without fast trait, you might as well just be using any of the 12 mana cost exploders like Herdmaster or something at that point. The only thing that makes Herdmaster particularly good is the fact that he does have that half mana start automatically. Okay, we'll go for the kill here. See if we get a Mercy as well. Coming in at all. I don't believe we really have it. We'll go take a yellow to red. Get the mana we need for that. Throw in Furnace, go from there. So we'll go take that. Throw in Furnace down. And can we get a Mercy? Don't believe so. So let's take a Skull to that, even though we don't actually do anything off the Skull, but we do get the mana we need. And down it goes. What's the best way to obtain Gnome Vault keys during the Gnome Vault event? Next one will be running from next Friday until the Monday reset. But yeah, next Friday will be the best time to go and get it. And what's the maximum loot you can acquire from one? They added a 250 gem drop, and combined with all of the other loot, technically it is possible to gain a maximum value of... Well, it depends how you look at it. But the best drop that you can get off of a... you're basically getting 4 drops. You're getting 1 Cedric Sparkle Sack drop and 3 Treasure Gnome drops whenever you go and do a Vault Key. Cedric Sparkle Sack's best drop is 250 gems. Like, just gems normally. Like, 250 gems immediately to your gems, which is ridiculously high, though it's a very low chance that you could get it. And the best drop off a gnome is a Vault Key, though the next best drop above that on the gnomes is 4 event keys, which comes out... Or 3 event keys, my bad. Which comes out to... wait, is it 4 or 3? No, it's 3. It's 4 gem keys or 3 event keys. And 3 event keys, about 14 gems each, comes out to... 14 times 3, well, I could just done that in my head, 42. So, let's just say each gnome has a potential 42 then, and then 250 on the other guy, so times that by 3, plus 250. So approximately the highest loot you could get from a vault, though the chance of doing this is like 0.00001% or something, is 376 gems. Realistically, the average loot from a vault will be around 50 to 100 gems or so. But it is technically possible to get a vault worth 376 gems. Technically even more if you get a vault key from one of your gnomes, because that vault key could then be a whole nother vault that could give you even more loot. So it's hard to really calculate exactly, but yeah, the best drop you can get off of Cedric Sparkle Sack is 250 gems, and the best drop off of gnomes, and you get 3 of them in a vault, are more vault keys. Can I use Maul? Sure. I don't think I currently have my Maul team saved, but Maul is basically just this team. Go replace everything out. Great Maul into Mercy is pretty much how you run it. And I'll just run it with the full team. Haven't ran this for a while. It's a pretty dated team, but it's still really good. And it hasn't really gotten any update to make it better recently. It's been the same for like a year and a half now, but it's still really good. This was the team that was ran when, I forget if it was when Inferno King was added to the game or when Great Maul was added to the game. I forget which came first. I think it was the Great Maul that came first, I forget. But when one of them came into the game, this basically became the meta at the time. It's still really decent, though it's weaker than many other options that exist today. But it's still, if you're planning on making a Great Maul team, I still believe it is the strongest possible Great Maul team you can make to this date. And it's Great Maul, Mercy, Inferno King, Shegra. You can also put it into more offensive order and do it in order of something like this. But I generally do the defensive version, which is this setup. Basically, this is set up so that you, pretty much all your team should always be set up like this for the most part, where your mana accumulation is always going downwards. So we have Great Maul mana accumulating downwards to brown and yellow, both into Shegra and Inferno King. We have Mercy mana generating downwards into yellow. We have Inferno King mana generating downwards into red. If we did this the other way around, and let's say we did this extremely offensively, and we did it kind of like this order, the problem with this is the Great Maul would still do its thing, but the Shegra would just be denying out our reds off of Inferno King. Our Inferno King would be creating reds, but if our Shegra dies out, we'd be doing nothing. And if Mercy, if everything else in front or front line, like if we had it like that, dies out, we wouldn't be able to accumulate our mana that we need. It would just go into nothing. So generally you want to do your mana always moving downwards so that you can always have mana to accumulate. Also, thank you, Thomas, for subscribing. Much appreciated. Anyways, let's go and we'll take the purple. Go throw our Mercy down. I don't believe we have it anywhere that's worth going for. He has Scion, so we actually have to be really careful. I figures I would switch to this team when I'm up against the Scion. Scion's actually one of the heavier counters to this team. Prior to getting your mana up, once you get your mana up to full and get your hit down, it's actually really good against it. But until then, it's actually really, really clunky because it only takes one skull for us to lose all of our mana. And luckily he did not get one. We actually got a skull though. He didn't though. Do we have Mercy here? We have it for a bit of mana though. It's not worth going for. It's not a guarantee extra turn. It is a decent amount of mana, but still, we'll go grab this. Ooh, okay, good. I didn't give him anything. Oh, yes, I did. There goes all of our mana. That's exactly what you want to see not happen, but we'll go convert all this out. And we actually got right back to full mana. I'm actually going to go for the kill there just to make sure that he doesn't get anything. We could even go for some skull spam here. What's this convert again? It's red to skull and brown to red. So we actually do have it here. I'd rather go for the Devour first, though. So we'll go for that. Get our extra turn. We do have alignment, so I'm going to go for that again. And now we have ridiculously high skull value. You do that into Inferno King, you do it into Shegra, and it basically wipes through everything. This was basically Doom Skulls before Doom Skulls existed, is the power that this team has. Yeah, let's match. And we just killed off of that. And there we go. But yeah, it works out decently still. It can get some really clunky boards, which is another reason why it's not really used as often these days, but if you're planning on making a Great Maul team, I still believe that's the absolute strongest that exists. It's also generally considered, or pretty close to, the strongest Inferno King as well as the strongest Shegra team. It's definitely not the strongest Mercy team, though. But for the other three, or for those three legends, it's one of the best teams you could use any of them in. Let's see. Were there any other questions that anyone had? Otherwise, we'll probably be heading off for the night. Is Crimson Bat worth using? Yes. It's really good against Divines. It's also really good for doing 4 times skull damage, or 2 times. It's the only troop in the entire game still, to this day, that's capable of doing 2 times skull damage against literally anything in the game. Because his condition to do 2 times damage is based on them having lost some HP. And since everything is capable of losing HP, he can potentially do 2 times damage to everything in the game, which is kind of cool. And it's really easy to set that up as well. 1 true damage or 1 poison or something on the enemy team, and boom, you're pretty much good to go to keep hitting 2 times on them. What creatures and which troops are we using? For what? Next event? Next event is... Good question. I actually don't know. It's Invasion. So let me go over that real quick. I'll be going over that probably more in depth tomorrow as well. It's Divinian Fields, so it should be Centaurs. Yeah, it is going to be Centaurs. So the invasion troop we're going to have is deal magic plus 4 damage to an enemy, and if there are a tower, do 3 times to 5 times damage based on Ascension, and then destroy a random row. A little bit weird that it's a random row. I've never seen one that randomly destroys like that. Maybe they'll eventually add a random column and a random plus sign or something like that. That's kind of cool. It has bark skin for 33% skull reduction, and since you're most likely going to be using it in first slot, that's pretty useful. Other than that, of course, it has the standard 3 times to 5 times damage against towers, so definitely something you'd be using in first slot like you normally would with invasion troops. But yeah, it's going to be centaurs. So with that being said, you'd probably use the new, or not the new hero class, but the, if you haven't already got the trait stones for it, it may be a good idea. Actually, then again, you might still go with a half mana start weapon, but if you ever want to have gone and upgraded this hero class, it'd probably be the best time to do so. This hero class ends up giving, counts as a centaur. It also gives all centaur 2 magic whenever an enemy casts a spell. So this could potentially be pretty useful just for its bonuses and everything to go get that going. Otherwise, probably, actually, you know what, I probably actually would stick with a half mana start. It's not, I don't think that's going to be enough of a benefit to really be worth it. But as far as centaurs are concerned, here's everything that we'd have to choose from. Because it's not just Divinian Field Centaur, though I believe almost all of them are in Divinian Fields. Centaur. So this is what we have to choose from. Astral Spirit's a good empowered start. Our team, I think, won't be used just because of the... it's mainly used more up front in your team, and you're already going to have your frontline tank, which is going to be the other troop, the invasion troop. Herdmaster would be insanely good for its mana accumulation. Worldbreaker would be good, and Vanguard would be good. So I'm thinking probably for myself, it's probably going to be the invasion troop, some kind of hero weapon, Vanguard, and Worldbreaker is likely going to be what I'm using. Definitely highly advised if you have Worldbreaker to use it next week. Otherwise, your alternative will be Herdmaster. Astral Spirit's good if you have it empowered for the board control. Instantly gets removed from first turn. True damage is pretty irrelevant on it in most situations, but the actual board control it has could be useful. And that's about it. Stargazer probably wouldn't be worth it. Orion definitely isn't worth it. The new common that's coming in isn't worth it. Centaur Scout could be a good, okay early game alternative for stuff, though it's probably going to be mana blocked since there's so many yellow in this kingdom. Better off just going Herdmaster. We can actually go some kind of partial dragon team if we want to use Dragatar with Worldbreaker with Dragon Hero class. I don't think that would be worth it, but we can get away with 3 dragons on Centaur Day, which would be kind of funny. Because hero class, it doesn't matter if it's the correct typing. Dragatar is Dragon Centaur, and Worldbreaker is Dragon Centaur. So we can make a mini dragon team on this day, and maybe replace that with like a Vanguard for one of them. That would be pretty funny. I might have to do that just for fun. Do a 3 times dragon for one of the days, just to do it for fun. It wouldn't be that realistic to use, but I still want to go do it just to see what would happen for one of the days. Maybe on like the second day on Tuesday, we'll go do that next week. But yeah, that's pretty much what next week's thing will be. Centaurs aren't horrible. It's definitely not the worst typing out there. But we'll see exactly how it pans out. It should be okay. The fact that Herdmaster is there will be very, very helpful, since you'll have a really solid mana accumulator. And that new Vanguard, if you haven't gotten it from the other week, that will also be pretty useful if you end up picking it up. Anyways, guys, I'll be heading off for now. Also, don't forget, there's a pet too that gives a Centaur bonus, so if you haven't upgraded that, I might even go upgrade it for it. I believe I have an upgrade for it. Yes, I could actually get it 1 higher level if I wanted to. I don't know if I'd want to use that pet food. I think I will. You know what? I'm doing it. What's under green that's worth upgrading? I don't think there's barely anything. I think I'm going to go upgrade this thing. I might regret this later, but most of these aren't really worth upgrading. Oreo, good. Billy Kid is Pan's Veil, so it's not worth it. Leaflet is Elf, which is useless at the moment. Nagas are useless at the moment. And Forest of Thorns could have potential, but yeah, let's just go upgrade this thing. We'll need it for next week, so might as well. I have plenty of green food at the moment. And there we go. We'll go get a Fawnet. Now we have 2.5 bonus for next week when we go do that. And we'll go claim our free dual gems from it. And there we go. Anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up for now. Yes, Ferrous Raw is still craftable if you haven't gotten it. Yeah, you didn't know that? I went over on that on Monday. I haven't been mentioning it too much this week, but mainly because Ferrous Raw has been around so much already. But yeah, don't forget, Ferrous Raw is available till Monday. As well as Queen Titania. Some people have been mentioning it. It's a pretty good troop. Personally, I wouldn't go for it, but if you did need a really solid damage source, Queen Titania is among one of the best legends for damage. But yeah, Ferrous Raw is craftable if you haven't gotten it yet and you have 4K diamonds. You can also get a lot of diamonds tomorrow if you buy the $5 pack or the 50 gem thing for it. You should always be doing the 50 gem thing, but you either go throw a little bit of money on it if you really want to go secure a Ferrous Raw or something, if you're only like a little bit short. But yeah, highly, highly, highly advised to get a Ferrous Raw if you don't already have one and you have 4,000 diamonds. Of course, hard to get 4,000 diamonds, but yeah, it's the best thing you could ever craft diamonds with, other than maybe Infernus or the Mythic that just came out, the Ubistet. But other than that, this increases your souls by a really substantial amount, 150%. You do need to get it fully traded, so do keep that in mind as well. It takes a little bit of time to do that, but Yeah, really insanely good troop to go and obtain due to how much quicker it makes soul grinding. Any team you use it on, it almost doubles. The first one you get almost doubles the amount of souls you get per hour. So definitely highly advised to use it whenever you finally go on the soul grind. You need about like 6 to 7 million souls throughout the game, and Ferris Raw can easily cut your time in half. And if you had multiple of him, it would cut it down even more than half. So definitely advised to consider getting it. Anyways, guys, I'll see you all later. Have a wonderful rest of your weekends. I'll be back same time tomorrow, about 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. We'll be back going over the new troops, which we kind of already did today, but, you know, we'll have the fancy little screenshot of them and all that. But we'll be going over them. We'll be finishing out raids and just messing around with some PvP teams and such. Anyways, guys, I'll see you all later. Thank you for coming down, and goodbye, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend.